What's going on, guys? Let me do another little training video here. Stock that we're going to be working on is Boeing. It was one of the stocks off the watch list in the gold members from Evolution Traders. That link is down in the description below if you guys want to join the Discord. But let's take a look at this stock. So the pivot point for Boeing was 233.85. Okay, now some of you guys are not playing the pivot strategy. Some of you guys are playing the confirmation of the 9 or the 20 EMA, followed with a couple of other little intricate parts that for some of you guys that are watching on YouTube, you guys can kind of learn all of that through the course that I have on evolutiontraders.com. But for the guys in the gold members, the traders I've been trading with now for a while, you guys know what I'm talking about already. So if you're not playing the pivots, which is fine, you can go ahead and play those 9 or those 20 moving average strategies. So let me go ahead and take this pivot point off. Okay, so we're going to start completely fresh. So today with Boeing had a great move up $3.51, 1.51%, closed at 235.78. However, Boeing never gave us a buy signal today. Okay, so the topic of this video is, when do we play the 5-minute strategy versus when do we play the hour strategy? Okay, so the hour setup. Okay, the hour setup for Boeing was yesterday, Monday, which was August 9th. If we take a look here, we got our buy signal trigger here at 232.90. So we already know the deal. We would have set our trend line here. We would have waited for some price action to confirm. Obviously, we never closed below the moving average here, depending on if you're playing the 20 or the 9. We never closed below, so it means that you would still be in the trade. Obviously, this is after hours price action here. This is completely irrelevant, has nothing to do with the strategy that we're using. We're going to just disregard the after hours here, all of this funky candles here. So we got our entry price here, 232.90. We would have got the confirmation on the following candle at 9 a.m. in the morning on Monday, August the 9th. We would have taken this entry here. Okay, however, it did pull back on us and did close red. Nothing to be too concerned about, because one, when you enter the trade, you already know where you're going to stop. That's very, very key. We should not be shocked. We should not be surprised if we have to stop out. It's clear, and it's like no clouds in the sky. We are eliminating all of the guesswork. We're eliminating all of the emotions, and we know our entry and we know where we're going to stop. Obviously, yes, we entered into this immediately. It pulled back on us. However, we are not concerned. The moving average is way down here, about a point away. So you're giving yourself about a point risk on this trade. You already knew that going in before you took this trade. 10 a.m. candle here kind of just, stayed inside bar here. And then we kind of busted out. And then obviously towards the end of the day, we had a little bit of selling pressure on Boeing, and we closed at 232.29. So, about 50 cents, 60 cents down from our entry. Okay, nothing to be too concerned about, because knowing where your stop out would have been, this could have been able to be swung into the next day, which was today's session, Tuesday. And if you did hold this and you swung it from 232.90, we put in a top all the way here at 236.82, which is a 4-point move. So let's get into today's session, which is August the 10th. We never got this confirmation or any sort of buy signal on the hourly time frame. So when do we play the 5-minute versus the 1 hour? If we know already that we already had the buy signal the previous day or even the day before that, depending on how hot the stock is, we're going to switch to the 5-minute, because we're not going to get that buy signal, because obviously we have not closed underneath the moving average on the strategy that we're playing. So with that being said, if we pull up the 5-minute, we actually got 2 setups today. So if I kind of scroll back here, let's scroll right into the open, right at the 6:30 bell. We put in this high here at 234.16. Okay, so there's 2 possible setups that we could have played off of this price action. We know that we put in a high of 234.14. So what you could have done is go ahead and put in this trend line here. This break of this trend line was be our buy signal entry to get long. However, we pulled back 1 candle, 2 candles, 3 candles, which is 5, 10, 15 minutes on the 5. And here we never broke below and closed below the moving average. So what we could have done here is a sneaky area to bounce this play. So what would have been our stop? Obviously here, if we came and we rested at the moving average, we would have set a trend line here. This would have been our stop, 232.36. This would have been our break. And when we got this candle here at 650, not only did we confirm the bounce off of the moving average, we cleared out this top tail wick here, and then we began to press higher. So your entry would have been 232.70. You would have been long. You could have essentially ridden this all the way up to a high of 236. Okay, think about that. So you have your entry here at 232.70, topped out at 236. So about 3.5 points, almost 4 points. We finally closed below here, even if you did not take anywhere here, anywhere here, anywhere here, and you waited for the confirmation on the closeout here, 235.17. So still about 2.5 points, 3 points away. And our second buy confirmation came at 9:40 in the morning. We closed over the moving average here. We would have put in our entry to buy at 235.32. You could have got long off this candle at 9:45, essentially ridden this to the high of the day at 236.85. So from the entry here at 235.33 to 236.85, you had about 1.25 points move on that. So if you know that we already had one move here, you're not going to be expecting the same type of move. You're going to be expecting a little bit smaller profits. Maybe you want to scale on the way out, 30 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents at $1. You say, absolutely, I'm taking my profits there. I've already played this stock 2 times today. Maybe I'm even holding from Monday, holding that runner. But guys, this is how and when you play the 5-minute versus the 1 hour. If from the previous day, we are still riding the moving average and we had our entry from the previous day. However, you did not take that play. Now we know that the 1 hour time frame plays are not going to be a factor. So we have to switch over to the 5-minute to look for plays on a stock that is strong and a stock that has momentum to be able to give us those entries. And if we did just switch from the 1 hour to the 5-minute on Boeing, because we already know that the stock is strong, we already know that our entry point came yesterday on Monday, and we know that the stock still has not closed below that moving average. We have to look for another entry on the stock, possibly to play it on a dip, like how we had dip in the first 15-20 minutes of the day here, or we could have taken the 234.13 entry here, or we could have waited and took in this 235.33 entry here. So potentially 3 setups off the 5-minute chart on Boeing today. You got to watch your stocks. You got to put them up there. You got to know your levels, and you got to wait for these, these signals to play out. But that's the difference on when we would play the 5-minute versus the 1 hour, because obviously we were not going to get, if I bring up the hourly chart here, we were never going to get an hourly setup on Boeing today, just because of the fact that our buy setup on Boeing came on Monday and we never closed below the moving average on Monday. Obviously today we opened up over the moving average, so we were not going to get an hour play out of this. So we had to switch to the 5-minute, and that's why we did that.